Hi, it's Andrea, and welcome to the Mainstream Reiki YouTube channel. I'm glad that you're here for today's video, where I'm going to talk to you about being a new Reiki healer. Once you complete your Reiki training and you go out there, what advice do I have for these new graduates? There's so much that I could really say on that topic, but I'm going to pick two main things. The first one is all about you. Number one, congratulations. If you have completed your Reiki training and you are ready to go out there and make a huge difference with Reiki, I'm so happy to hear it. Many of us are drawn to Reiki, or Reiki really finds us, and we're so excited to go out there and make a difference in the world. Self-Reiki is, of course, one of the first things you learn in Reiki training, and there's a reason for that. Self-Reiki practice is quite a foundation for you to build a lasting and deep relationship with Reiki, but it also helps you help others even better. Please don't overlook the opportunities that Reiki offers you for healing, for balance, and for increased insight and inner connection. In the past, there was a widely held belief that people who worked on bettering themselves through self-improvement or maybe even Reiki, that if they worked on themselves, they were self-centered or arrogant. Luckily, we're fortunate today where that's just falling out of favor. Instead, that old belief has been replaced with a belief in importance of self-care. More people have finally realized what they mean on the airplane. When the mask falls, you put it on yourself first and then help the people near you. We can be most effective that way and help the most people when we take care of our own needs first and then extend a Reiki hand to those around us from a more centered, healed, and grounded place within ourselves. You know, as we heal, our vibration changes, our energy field around us changes, and we have deep internal changes too with our perspectives and our abilities to tune into people, to tune into ourselves. You know, we grow and we evolve through our Reiki practice. And when we do that, when our energy signature changes around us, just being around other people, they will feel a difference energetically. So in essence, what we're doing by healing ourselves automatically offers positive, higher vibrations to the people that we're with. The bottom line is, as we heal ourselves, we become more and more light. And it's that light that can affect other people in positive ways without us even trying. It's just automatic. As a new Reiki practitioner, please weave Reiki into each and every day for yourself. My new students are told or invited to Reiki themselves every morning when they wake up, even if it's just for 10 minutes during that time before your feet hit the floor. And I feel that the second best time to do regular self-Reiki is at night when you go to bed. You see, when you're in your bed, the world pretty much is tuned out. You go there to be by yourself and quiet down for the evening, or in the morning you're just going to start your day, but you know, that's your individual time. So why not add self-Reiki practice to those times? At night, fall asleep offering yourself Reiki, make it regular, and have a healthy, peaceful, restful, and healing sleep. The second piece of advice I have for new Reiki healers is to trust Reiki. You know, we want to be the best Reiki healers, Reiki practitioners that we can possibly be. And in our culture, what we want to do is go educate ourselves, gear up with knowledge, and get out there so that we can perform to our best ability. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, except to remember, we must remember that Reiki knows what it's doing. Remember, Reiki, you know, we can learn different techniques and things like that, like Byosen scanning or Gyoshiho or, you know, any number of Reiki techniques to employ or use during our Reiki sessions. But the very nature of Reiki is that it's spiritually guided life force energy, so it's going to help the person for their highest good. And you know, with Reiki practice, we don't have to know a thing about what is, you know, wrong with or in need of healing with that person. We don't have to know anything at all. And when we do a full, complete Reiki session with them and we treat the whole body, Reiki helps them. And not because we knew that they had a certain disease or condition. It doesn't depend on our knowledge. We're simply a tool of delivery to create a space, a Reiki space, an opportunity for that Reiki energy to meet with this person for their highest good. And again, our biggest responsibility, I often think of and remind myself, is to get out of the way and let the Reiki do what Reiki does. So please remember that. Some people will contact me and they'll say that they're going to see a client who has something like an autoimmune disease or, perhaps lupus or chronic fatigue. And they contact me and they ask me for advice, specific advice based on that health concern that client has. And while I understand that it's very tempting to try to define where you're going to put your hands, or you might want to learn about energy anatomy. A lot of us do want to learn more about that, like chakras and meridians and the biofield and all of that. And that's fascinating stuff. And so go for it. Go and learn all that stuff. But trust the Reiki. So even if you see two clients and they have the same health condition, the involvement of that chakra or whatever issue that you might look up in a book or online, and anything that you find there, it may or may not apply to the same degree of those two people. Every single client is exactly unique to them. And it's just important for us to remember that, because as soon as you think you might have something figured out and you're going to put your hands here or there, if you go to the next client and you do the same thing, that might not be what they need. So my advice is to trust the Reiki. And in the moment, and when you are working with a person, trust the Reiki. Go where it feels right for you to go and feel that guidance, instead of remembering maybe something you heard or read or something somebody like me told you about in regards to treating them. The Reiki will guide you correctly every single time. And if you don't get a lot of guidance yet, just keep at it and practice, because it'll get better and better and better. And in the beginning, it's often subtle. Like it just might feel like, ooh, I want to go there, and put my hands there. Or you might be at a spot offering Reiki, and then you feel like in your mind, oh, I think it's time for me to go to the next area. But when you think about going, it feels wrong. Like, ooh, I think I need to stay here. That's guidance. So just follow that, trust the Reiki, and let the session just unfold naturally. Reiki is going to take care of it all. And isn't that one of the wonders of Reiki and why we love Reiki so much? Because it doesn't depend on the knowledge of the practitioner. Anybody can do Reiki successfully and help other people and help animals, regardless of their studies in anatomy, whether it be physical anatomy and organs or chakras and things like that. And don't get me wrong, that stuff is great to know and can add depth for you when you practice Reiki and meaning and context. I'm just inviting you to set that stuff aside and follow the Reiki guidance each time, because it will never steer you incorrectly. And my final word that I would offer is to practice, practice, practice. Your connection with Reiki will just deepen as you continue self-practice daily, as well as sharing Reiki with others. That Reiki just becomes more and more ingrained in a part of your everyday natural life. And it may be a good idea for you too to have a little Reiki journal where you record when you practice and any insights or aha moments that you have when you're engaged in self-Reiki or offering it to other people. It can be a great sort of journal of your Reiki experiences moving forward, and you'll have that to look back on and be able to see your progress in developing that deep Reiki connection that's unique just between you and Reiki. I hope you found those thoughts helpful to you. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. And if you have ideas about new videos that you'd like me to make, then go ahead and leave those down in the comment section. I always read those and respond to your comments. I am so happy that you're here with me and helping build our channel all about Reiki. We're taking Reiki more mainstream so we can help other people know about the fantastic benefits that it offers. Thanks again for being here, and until next time, I wish you the highest Reiki blessings.